With great workout comes great cool downs. I'm going to walk you through a full body cool down that you can do day or night to make sure you recover properly and keeping proper mobility after your amazing workouts. So a couple quick things before we get started. One, it's important to know when to do your cool down. It's important to do a cool down after your workout or right before you go to bed, but you never want to do one before you start working out. Fundamentally, you're going to be stretching, and you don't want to stretch before you lift because it will alter your range of movement. So remember, never stretch before, always after. That's why we call them cool downs. We want to start off with laying on our backs. You want a straight line from your knee to your ankle. You're going to keep your legs together, and you're going to slowly lower down to one side. Now, if you can't go all the way down, that's perfectly fine, but you got to make sure that your opposite shoulder is going to stay on the mat. If it starts coming up, then that means you've gone too far and you've extended your range of motion. You're going to go ahead and go back to center, and you're going to go to the other side. Now, with each movement, ideally you want to hold for about 30 seconds. However, for this demonstration, I'm not going to hold them for that long. So once you've reached both of those for 30 seconds, come back to center, so you're back in a line, and then we're going to roll over onto our stomachs, and basically the rest of the cool down is going to be done from here. So this movement, commonly called pigeon pose in yoga, I call spicy butt cheeks. You're going to bring your leg on the other side of your straight leg, and your goal is to just lay down on your leg. You should be able to feel a stretch right here in your glute medius. This is great for anyone who sits down quite a bit. The more you can lay down, the more of the stretch you're going to get and the more mobile you're going to be. If you can't lay all the way down, that's perfectly fine. Just stay within your range of motion. After you hold that for about 30 seconds, you're going to come back into the top position, bring it on the other side, your leg on the other side, and lay down on that and hold it for about 30 seconds as well. So these are amazing stretches. It will help make sure you don't get any tight glutes or anything along those lines that hinder your movement. After that, we're going to lay flat on the ground. You're going to have your hands right outside your rib cage. Your thumbs can even touch your rib cage in kind of like a push-up position. You're going to stick one arm out horizontally or into your neighbor's armpit, like I always like to say, and use the other arm to push up and look over your shoulder up at the ceiling. The goal of this stretch is to stretch out your chest. Now, if you don't feel it much in your chest, it might be because you're rotating your shoulder in towards the mat. You want to try to keep your shoulder back and up. That's going to hit your chest a little bit more. If your shoulder is resting on the mat, then you're probably not getting the full stretch. Keep your shoulder off the mat and lean back and you'll feel it more in your chest. Okay? And we're going to go to the other side. Now remember, it's also very important to only go as far as you can control. If you feel like it's uncomfortable or hurting, then you've gone too far. So after that, you're going back to center, and you're going to push back and set on your heels for probably one of the best stretches known to man. It's called child's pose. I like to make sure that you walk your fingers away from you. You're going to feel a good stretch in your lats this way, and relax your head down onto the mat. After that one, go back to center, and you're going to keep your hands right outside your chest. You're going to push up and look up at the ceiling. This one is Cobra, I think. I always call it Mermaid on the Rock, but you can call it whatever you want as long as you get it done. This is an amazing one for your back, your abs, your hip flexors, and many other things that get tight on people. After that, we're going to go into a tabletop position. You want a straight line from your shoulder to your elbow to your wrist, and a straight line from your hip to your knee. Then we're going to do 5 cat-cows. So a cat is whenever you exhale and bring your spine up, try to wrap your shoulder blades around your body, and inhale and bring your stomach towards the floor, arching your back. You're going to do 5 of those. Okay, after you've knocked out 5 of those, we're then going to move to some leg stretches. So I like to get in a slight lunge position. You want a straight line from your knee to your ankle and a straight line from your hip to your knee. So this first one's going to stretch out your quad. You're going to lean forward and actually push your hips forward. Keep your hips square. We're pushing our whole body this way. You're going to feel the stretch right through here. And if you want to feel it even more, you can actually push your hip in more this way and you'll feel it more in your quad. Again, you're holding each stretch for about 30 seconds. After you've done that, you're going to actually rock back, straighten your front leg, and touch the ground in front of you. This is a stretch for your hamstring. The farther back you can bring your hips away from your heel, the more you're going to feel it in your hamstring. Okay, now we're gonna switch sides. You always wanna do equal sides, so if you do it on this side, you gotta do it on the other. So forward, feel a good stretch right here. And then once you're done with that for 30 seconds, pull back, reach the ground in front of you. If you can't touch the floor, that's fine, just go as far as you can control. You'll feel a stretch behind the leg. And there you have it. So that's a quick cool down / stretching routine that you can do right after workout or even before bed, but it will definitely help you keep your mobility and keep everything going. However, if you're gonna be doing some pretty good workouts, you're gonna need a good warm up too. So you can click this video right here to figure out how to warm up before the workout.